Okay, so I'm using 4 bundles of this Brazilian deep wave hair from Mayvenn. So if you want to shop my store, I will put the link below. So I'm going to be putting the first bundle on top of the band, and then I pin it to the mannequin head, and then I just flip the hair over and I continue going back and forth all the way until I get on the top. So you don't want to sew on the flaps in front of the hair or in front of the cap. You just want to stay behind the band. So now I'm going to start to basically follow where you see these 2 lines are, and I'm going to fill the cap up with the hair. So I am going to be just keep going, and I'm going to cut off the front band. So as you can see where my finger just went, I'm going to sew a U. So this is not going to be a U-part wig, but we're going to be sewing like how I showed you those 2 lines. We're going to be sewing right on top of those 2 lines, and then where I'm pointing here, we're going to just cut that band off in the front. So before we cut the band off, this is the band, we're going to be cutting this little flap off. So the band is going to be on both sides. So we're cutting that off because when we put it on our head, we don't need it. But here it is, cut off. And so what I'm going to do now is, as you can see, if the hair, like say the wind blows, it just looks nice and neat and seamless. So this is how your wig should look after you have sewn it all the way to the top. And then from here, we're going to change how we're sewing the hair, and we're going to be basically cutting. Well, you don't have to cut your hair, but we're going to be placing the hair on top of the wig, facing, having the hair go towards the back of the head. So we're going to leave about 1.5 inches or about 1 inch open, because we're going to individually cut, we're going to cut our wefts. So then we can do the flip over method. So as you can see, I have sewn individually the hair going horizontally towards the front of the wig. And now vertically, I'm going to be cutting the hair. So cutting the wefts about 1 inch long, so it'll match exactly the front part. So this is where the flip over method comes in. I'm going to be sewing the hair super close together. So sewing the wefts very close together. So that way when the wig is flipped over, it looks neat. So you don't need a closure, you don't need a frontal, but you do need to make sure that they are very close together, and you want to leave this little square part here, or it's going to look like a square or a rectangle, and then you're going to do horizontally inch towards the front again, but only in this time it's going to be in that square, in that rectangle. So it should look like this. So that way when you flip it over the opposite way, it looks just like your hair. So this is a nice wig that you don't have to spend a lot of money on. 4 bundles is great. You can even do 3, but I found that using 4 allows for you to have just enough hair with a tiny bit left over, and you don't have to strategically try to cover anything. But that is pretty much it. This is how the hair is going to look, and I thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.